Hello, welcome back to the channel, Up the Reds TV with me, Andy Cambe. So this one is the preview for Liverpool's first round group game of the Champions League, and we are hosting at the Atletico Madrid. That's Diego Simeone's charges, who are coming to Anfield tomorrow night, 8 o'clock kickoff. I'm glad that the Champions League is back on. I really do like this competition, especially when we are in it. And yeah, and what a game it's going to be for starters. As I said, that Diego's Simeone is going to bring his charges to Liverpool on a Wednesday evening under the lights. Raucous Champions League first game, so I'm really looking forward to it. So let's delve into it, shall we? Shall we look at the opposition first? They've already played 4 league games this season. They've won 1, drawn 2, and lost 1, scoring 5 and conceding 4. I think they're 11th in their respective leagues, so they've probably not started as well as they would have liked to. But yeah, things have changed there. He's changed his style a bit as Simeone, and he now plays a 4-4-2 formation where he likes his wingers to be tucked in. I did watch the YouTube highlights of his games. The one that he lost was a 2-1 to Espanyol. He drew 1-1 with Alaves. Lecce drew 1-1 with them, and then he had a 2-0 win against Villarreal. So look, he's a wily old fox. He's been at the club 14 years, so he's been around the block in the Champions League. I mean, he's got to 2 finals, never won the those, but he's a good old head. But even he has to now start changing the way football is played. He's very passionate on the touchline, as we've gone to see. He's Arteta tries to do a bit of him, doesn't he, at Arsenal, but he's not as good as him. So as I say, I think he'll play 4-4-2. As I've looked at the games and the formation, he likes his wide players to be tucked in and compact. So we've had a good game, haven't we, against Burnley, with not a 4-4-2. They're more like 5-4-1, weren't they? But I think out of possession, that's probably how he will have his team set up against our 4-3-3 or 4-2-1-3 or whatever you want to call it. Depends on who's starting for the Reds tomorrow. So as I said, it's going to be a compact setup with Simeone, with his team. He's got some old heads in that team still, players that have not let him down over the years, but they are getting on in age now. So obviously Oblak is the keeper of many years standing. He'll be in between the 6. I think Llorente will play right back. Lee Normand and Legley will be the 2 centre halves for them, and Ruggieri, he will be obviously the left back and taking care of Mo Salah. And midfield, he'll probably have his youngest son playing out on the right. Simeone, Baldini as he's called. Barros will be in there. Koke will probably be looking after the back four. Gonzalez will be on the left-hand side. And then if Alvarez is fit, there are certain things coming out of Spain and Italy that he might not be fit for this game, but we'll just have to wait and see. But if he is fit, I think he'll be up there with Sloth, the Norwegian forward. I mean, he's 29, isn't he? But Alves is the dangerous man there. He picks up the ball outside the area, and he will have a shot. He's quick inside the box as well. So yeah, there's danger, lurking for Liverpool if we are not defensively minded for the full 90, 95 minutes or whatever it's going to be. I mean, they've got Conor Gallagher there, haven't they? If Alvarez is not fit, I can see him coming into the team. I can possibly see that maybe his son will go up front as well. He's a bit versatile. Or they've got a young lad called Martin, 23, and a midfielder, Cardoso, also 23, on the bench. Possibly they might even start. But Gallagher might come in, and then they've also got the old head Griezmann, who's now 34 years old. He seems to be in round ages, isn't he? He went to Barcelona, didn't he? Then he came back to Atletico Madrid. So he's a bit of a bit part player already this season. He's not started the games. He's sort of like come on for little cameos on in those games. So good options on the bench he's got, but it is, like I say, a Champions League night at Anfield, and with this Swiss sort of like format that we've having to go through again this season, you've got to win your home games, no doubt about that, because the next two games are away from Anfield. Can we get something from them? Galatasaray and Frankfurt. I'm not so sure Frankfurt are flying, and Galatasaray will be a hostile place to go to. But yeah, let's get the 3 points. People have been talking about, 3 points are more important at the Merseyside derby. I'm a bit of an old head. 3 points are important in every game, regardless of what kind of competition that you're entering that has a league format in. So for me, all games are important, and I understand people's feelings about the Merseyside derby being more important to get the 3 points there. So difficult games, but we're good enough. Okay, so to come through this little test on here. So Arne Slot's press conference. Obviously, first question was about Alexander Isak, wasn't it? And he said yes, he's available. He's in the squad. He will get minutes, and he reiterated again, but he will not get the same amount of minutes in the game, the Merseyside derby, the game at the weekend. Now, you could read it both ways. Does he start, or does he come off the bench? Me personally, if I was the gaffer, I'd have him coming off the bench and give him a cameo, 30 minutes or so, something like that. But there is some chance of minutes for him. He's alluded to that. So that would be great to see Alexander Isak in a red shirt coming out. Virgil van Dijk did speak before the gaffer's press conference. I don't normally listen to the player being interviewed prior to the, but because it was Virgil van Dijk, I took note. He was asked about the question about how was Alexander Isak settled in. He said brilliantly. Players are happy, but he's got to get used to the environment, the training sessions, the set pieces. It'll all be different to him, but at the end of the day, all he wants our number 9 to do is try his best for Liverpool. That's all that the players want from each other. He's coming to a good group. He did reiterate that he is a replacement from last season rather than a upgrade because of the situation of what's gone on with us losing a couple of players and obviously the Diego tragedy. So yeah, he sounds like he's ready to go, which is good. He was asked about Florian Wirtz as well. I'm getting a bit annoyed now because I go on to watch other YouTubers with their content, and because Liverpool are on top of the league, won 4 games, they're picking out an individual. Look, Florian Wirtz does not pick or choose the price tag that was on his head. It's got nothing to do with him. Has he settled in? Look, Liverpool as a team have had hard games against Bournemouth, against Burnley, against Arsenal, against Newcastle. So those 4 games, a new player coming in, he's going to get used to the sort of like the pace of the Premier League. I have no qualms about Florian Wirtz, and I don't know why the YouTubers the other YouTubers want to have a discussion about him and saying he's not good enough or they've spent all this much money off him. We should see a bit more coming off him. Look, we haven't bought him for the first 4 games of the Premier League season, have we? We bought him on a 5-year contract, and he is adapting, and I have no problems at all. I've seen glimpses of him in all the 4 games that he's played, and look, he wasn't involved last season against Newcastle, was he? Because he wasn't our player. We drew 3-3 in that game, but guess what? We went up to Newcastle and we won, and he was part of the team. Arsenal, again, at home, we drew with them 2-2. We'd already won the league by then, but he wasn't there. He was there this season, and we won 1-0. So, you can look at it in different ways to how it is with Wirtz, but believe me, I have every confidence in the lad getting to show us his talent, and why not do that tomorrow night against the Spanish Giants, because it's a European game. He's more suited probably coming from Germany to playing that style. He'll have more space, more chances to like I say, showcase his talent. And when I give you my team shortly, you'll be surprised that where I've picked him to play from where I think the starting lineup should be. So yeah, look, it's a brand new. I say it's a new squad, isn't it? Players are still developing and getting to understand the systems and everything else. And what Arne said today surprised me a bit, because he normally keeps certain things close to his chest, but he did say that, look, he didn't expect us to have 12 points from the first 4 games, because of the revamp of the squad, which was really interesting. So I wonder how many points he thought we would probably get from them. 7 points maybe, something like that. But he also reiterated that, look, we can do better, and I'm sure that we will be doing better when when the season gets going into full swing. So yeah, he was asked about Diego Simeone's team. Look, he said they're a difficult team to play against. He's played against them Feyenoord, where Griezmann ran the show and they got beat 3-1. I see that Simeone has come back in a press conference and said to him, look, we will play again and it'll be a different story next time. So he remembers that conversation. He also mentioned about the format of the competition. He was saying, look, teams in pot 1 can have a difficult draw than teams that have been in pot 4 of this formation. So it'll be interesting to see how it works out this season. As I've already mentioned, the Burnley game was a good sort of like warm-up, or a sort of like benchmark into seeing how we are set up against Atletico Madrid's team. So, but like I say, it's a night game at Anfield. Hoping that the supporters have brought their voices, because the team will need them. So on to the team. So please disagree with me. Leave your comments below. Okay, so before I pick that, I just want you to please like the video, please share, and please subscribe if it's the first time that you are watching this this video. So as I say, my team: Alisson obviously in goal. I'm going for Bradley at right back, Canate and Virgil, and I'm going to go and pick Kirkes. Reason I'm picking Kirkes is, look, yeah, we know he had a bit of an indifferent game at the weekend, but I'm not too bothered about that. Look, Kirkes is a Hungarian international, so this will be a bit of like a European game for him. He'll have watched himself back at that game, and he'll probably be thinking about adjusting a couple of things. So he'll be fine for me. I know there's people wanting Robbo in that position, and I understand, but you've got to realise Robbo does not have the legs for recovery, counter-attacking football, and we can't have that against Atletico Madrid, because they will have pace on the counter-attack. So yeah, so I've gone for, obviously, Ryan. He's definitely shoo-in for me. Slobosly on the right, Maka on the left, and is my front three. Wirtz to start on the left-hand side. I said I did have a different position for him earlier on. Ekatike and Salah. I just think that we just want to see a different side of Wirtz's play and see what he can do from that side. Seeing as he likes drifting out there, he did in the second half virtually play in that position against Burnley, didn't he, when Maka went off? So yeah, I'd like to see him there. And obviously the subs, we'll have a good strong bench. Don't forget, this is only my team I'm picking. It's not what Arne Slot will pick. It'll probably be a different team. I've said which team's starting all 4 of the league games, and I've got them all wrong. So yeah, subs obviously Mohamedashvili, goals Frimpong, Robbo, Leone, Gomez, Endo, Isak, Gakpo, Naone, Ungamoa, and possibly Dan's. If I've missed anybody out there, I do apologise, but I think that is the squad that I saw that was training. Incidentally, just talking about the training, guess who was training with the first team squad? Freddie Chiesa. What a top professional he is. He doesn't need to be involved, does he? But he was involved, and I think that the reason that he was training with them is because he'll be is eyeing for the weekend game against Everton at Anfield. So that's my video for the preview. You tell me what your team should be. Have I got my team selection right? Or would you have a different starters? And I'm going for a Liverpool 2-0 win as well on that. So yeah, Liverpool 2-0 win. We need to win the first game, just give us a bit of a cushion for the next 2 away games in the Champions League, and then we can start to focus on the other games after the international break. Okay, as I say, that's enough from me. Okay, please like the video, please share, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And I'd like to thank all those that have subscribed as well recently. Okay, I'll speak to you on Thursday after the game's finished. I'm not going to do one post-match after the game. I'll do it on Thursday, as it's a bit late for me to post out. Okay, enjoy the rest of the evening, enjoy the game tomorrow, and I will speak to you guys on Thursday. Up the Reds!